We've been talking about the dairy space. Amul, the legendary brand, has celebrated its 50th anniversary. Yesterday, Prime Minister Modi attended the Golden Jubilee celebrations and hailed the company's contribution to brand India and the dairy sector on the whole. Manisha Gupta caught up with Jayen Mehta, who's the MD of the company. Let's listen into that slice of a conversation.
I think the first and foremost is the cooperative model. Belief in the model that this cooperation as a concept, as a business can work and deliver for large number of farmers. So 36 lakh farmers, 18,600 villages, same model, women empowerment, lot of things happening together and putting it together in a form which is consumer friendly. So I think it sums up everything what a business dreams to be, an enterprise wants to be, the stakeholders want to be, and perhaps the best that could happen to any society.
You are now the biggest dairy product or FMCG company in the country. You are the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the world. You are perhaps the 8th largest in 20 when it comes to milk processing in the world. I have all those figures ready in my head here. But tell me, it's not just about dairy right now for you. You've gotten into protein and probiotics and sweets and cookies and bakery and organics. What is the plan next?
So this is where we are today. It's a great opportunity to be a bridge between the producer and the consumer. And any item with the farmer produces, Amul as a brand of trust goes to the consumer, gives the best quality product at an affordable price. It helps in building the market. So this is the template we are working on. We are leveraging into the strengths of the dairy, leveraging into strengths of our distribution, our processing, the brand, the marketing, and trying to best out of situation and the opportunity the country offers to us.
I remember last time I spoke to you, you said 72,000 crores of a turnover is done. What are the next targets?
Yeah, sure. This year when we close in the March next month, we'll be about 80,000 for sure. Again, as I mentioned earlier, we have a target of 1 lakh crores in the next couple of years. But more importantly, it's trying to get the best value out, both for the producer and the consumer. I think that's an ongoing challenge. No numbers can actually justify or put it together what it takes to actually do it.
I remember last time when we spoke, biogas was a thing that was close to your heart, and a lot of work is being done on that as well. Any updates on that, and what's the opportunity that you see in that going forward?
So you heard Honorable Prime Minister today, and he mentioned about this, that this is an initiative which is the, and he also mentioned about what happens after you produce the gas and the biofertilizer. So I think this is the circular economy we are working on. We have already one plant, another 4 are in the pipeline, eventually 100 in Gujarat, definitely in next 1.5 years. And actually there's a huge potential for not just Gujarat, but for our country also in this space.
You know, the FMCG companies rather are looking at you with a lot of wariness. I mean, you are a competition. The only thing you don't compete is in sense of an IPO, which you've been reiterating that you will not come back with. But what is the market share that you look at within India as well?
The Indian market is is growing very fast. The shift from loose to package actually is a big game changer for any company which is having a widespread distribution network. That's what we are leveraging on. When you compete only for market share, you are only looking at increasing the share of the pie. Here we are looking at increasing the size of the market. So per se, together, I mean, it's not just Amul which can do the job. All dairy companies, all FMCG companies in India have this opportunity for growing the market and creating a large number of customer base, which will be a market for good for all of us for the next 25 to 50 years.
You know, also what I remember is last time we spoke is that most of the categories of yours are looking at growth of anywhere between 15 to 20, even 30 to 40% in some categories. Are you looking to repeat that in the next season as well?
Yes, this is where the market opportunity lies in our country. I mean, as I mentioned earlier, if only 5% of Indians shift from loose to package, you add one Amul every year. So that's 100% growth. Here 5, 10, 15, 20% actually is underperforming. But yeah, again, you take time for the consumers to evolve. You take your time to set up manufacturing processes, invest into processing facilities. But yes, again, it's a question of not just dreaming big, it's executing big. And that's where is the nitty-gritty of business lies, and what you call competency of the team in digging in the heels and delivering the results.
Well, absolutely. You know, it's a time when elections are on, and the government is ensuring that all the prices are at a level where consumers feel comfortable with. We've seen what happened with milk prices last year. What is it that you're looking at in sense of prices this year?
I think the situation remains the same what we discussed last time. So it's not about elections, it's about the pressure on the producer on the increased cost of inputs. So far so good, situation not been so bad in terms of input costs. The government did its bit in bit in supporting that there is no irrational exports of one of the major cattle feed ingredients, which is Diol rice bran cake. But that's where softened the prices. Availability has increased in the country. The season of harvest also is happening now, and the abundant availability of the input is there. Otherwise, monsoon was not bad in the country. Winter, of course, has not been so good, but then it gives a hope for a better summer. So all in all, milk production has been good. We've been procuring last quarter more than 20% more milk than previous year. So there's enough and more milk in the system. And as far as the consumers are concerned, I'm sure they don't have much reason to worry as far as the increase is concerned. But in any case, whenever Amul increases, always when it's by only 2 rupees a litre. So it's not a big burden on anyone either. But having said that, there is no such possibility we are looking at immediately.